Hey guys, Chris Hansen here. I just did an entire live program that you did not see. I think there was a hacking issue and some other technical difficulties. I think we had some hacking going on. We've had technical difficulties, obviously, all people do, but this was something we've never seen before. Technical issues, whether they were hackers or something that we haven't figured out yet. We're going to figure out how we got hacked, but take some precautions so we don't get hacked. Production problems, the hacking, we thought we had it all together.
Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? RealStream here. Yeah, this is quite the interesting video I'm about to start off here. There's a lot here. There's a lot here. I suggest you really pay attention. There's a lot of information. What you're going to see here is a lot of the same qualities from a lot of the same people. And you're going to wonder, why is Chris Hansen involved with such grimy people? And then you're going to realize, oh, that's because Chris Hansen's grimy. Makes sense. Yeah, I suggest you grab, a cup of tea, cup of coffee, something like that to get ready for this. Let me show you why nobody should trust Chris Hansen, or Vincent, or whatever for that matter, or anybody else that's involved with Chris Hansen. Let's check this out, guys. Now, before we start off this video, I want to let you guys know, if you guys want to help support the channel, you want to get these videos early or anything like that, check out my Patreon. The link's in the description below. There's a couple different tiers, and you can, get involved with helping out the RealStream channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well. There's a lot of fun, fuckery, and drama there going on all the time. The link's in the description. And if you guys want to cop any cool merch, there's only 2 weeks left on the staff hoodie. Fucking Phoenix, what? What, Phoenix? What? What? I'm literally recording a video right now. What? What did you call for?
What did I call for?
Yeah.
Alright, CJ wants me to say buy his merch, guys.
Okay, there we go.
Buy his merch.
Yeah, buy my merch. Alright, bye. Alright, now that we got past that, let's talk about Chris Hansen. Alright, so Chris Hansen. Now the question is Chris Hansen credible? Is he or is he not? Why does he, surround himself with grimy people? This guy, Vincent, claimed he was hacked. He's also involved with another person we're going to get into during this video that's also grimy, just like Vincent. Anyways, let's start off the video and let's get into why Vincent's not credible. He says, "Hi everyone, my account was hacked today. The only post I made was being locked. My office working, then having lunch with security from the office." You're gonna notice a couple red flags here. Like I played in the beginning of this video, Vincent and Chris Hansen, they said they were hacked. So serious, they were about to expose Ice Poseidon, and all of a sudden they did a whole stream that was hacked. Mind you, they never went live, so how were you hacked? This is some serious hackers you guys are dealing with. You better call the FBI. Clearly they're all about calling the FBI. Let's do it. So this is what happens when you leave your phone unattended when your friends and relatives drinks too much. Again, now mind you, before this, he tried to blame me on Deity's stream, which is very funny if you're going to blame me, because I know I'm such a seriously intelligent hacker. He went, and then he said this after. "Hi there is a loser, YouTuber, Baked Salmon, and Wes. Hey Wes and Phil, you realize you are polling the bear at Chris Hansen, and I will expose the shit out of you racist fucking loser savages. It's funny, Wes Blank talks about lynching his family, knows all about it." Not racist a little bit, no. Then he docks Wes. "Please be careful of this individual. He is one of the alleged hackers I am looking into. His name is Wes, real last name. So far, I found that he works in marketing. Stay safe and Happy New Year." Then he docks Yap Yap, another alleged hacker who I obtained proof from someone who is in that dangerous community. Her name is Danielle, real last name, aka Yap Yap. Yap, social media, aka Captain Spaz, who works with Wes, real last name. Please take precaution. Then somebody commented underneath his doxing and said, "You were doxing these people because they came on RSN show tonight. Quit lying, Vince." And that's right, I literally interviewed these two people about being doxed in August. Joey's channel asked on the recent live stream about Vincent and whether he was going to be fired for doxing and everything like that. And this is what the mod said. Joey's channel, Vincent has not been fired. So we're going to go a little further here. These are messages between Wes and Vincent. This is what Vincent said. He said, "Not only are you allegedly hacking me, now you're harassing me. The harassing alone is criminal mischief. You are salty and dangerous. If you do ever seek me out in person, just know I come heavy. If you don't know what that means, I suggest that you Google." Meaning he carries a gun. That's not threatening at all. And he said, "You have no idea what you and your friends have done. Alleged hacking, your bash fest discredits. Don't worry, it's on Chris Hansen's desk now." And then Wes said, "What the fuck does that even mean?" Then Vincent says, "Take your medication, learn the English vocabulary. What does it mean when I say stop harassing me? It wasn't a question, stop harassing me. All you are is a troll douchebag with a small embarrassing YouTube channel. Now leave me alone, go masturbate to some old TCAP footage and pretend you are having a seat with Chris Hansen. You never know, you may get your wish soon." Pretty much calling him a prep. So then after that, he said that, "I'm staying off Twitter until the hack is resolved. Chris Hansen is now involved. Congratulations, hackers, you just poked the wrong bear." Which is actually the same saying that the hacker said, right? Then he deletes his Twitter. Thank God, because this moron does not know how to talk on Twitter. He's just out here doxing everybody and thinks it's okay. Really funny. And then people were saying that it's not doxing, which, yeah, it is. You're saying their first and last name and where they work. Yeah, that's doxing. Anyways, that's releasing. Anybody who doesn't know what doxing is, that's releasing people's personal information with intent for harm. Essentially, that's what happened here, right? Anyways, Chris Hansen then says recently, "Vincent Nicotra asked me to share this with you. I would like to sincerely apologize for letting my ego, anger, and short-sightedness interfere with my judgment recently. I take full responsibility for my actions, and I am deeply regretful for hurting and offending you all." He then continued, "To the victims of predatory behavior, you are my absolute priority. I wholeheartedly regret that my actions caused any unnecessary distractions and a sideshow. I will never let that happen again." Now, is he apologizing for doxing Wes and Yap Yap, or for taking down Baked Salmon's channel, like, or for calling me when he literally said he literally admitted to Deity a couple weeks later that there were no investigations into me, but he wanted to say that there were on a stream prior. Vincent has no credibility, clearly. Chris Hansen then said, "I'm reviewing Vincent Nicotra's recent actions as they relate to Have a Seat with Chris Hansen in Hansen vs. and I'm considering next steps." Like I said, is he apologizing for that, for taking down Baked Salmon's channel? By the way, link in the description to Baked Salmon's new channel. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Baked Salmon's new channel. I'm trying to help him get his numbers back up to where they were. Please go to there and subscribe to his new channel so we can help him out. Also, the Captain channel was affected by these people sending false strikes. Now, if you look further here, this is why I know that they're not sorry and they're not apologetic. Baked Salmon posted all the strikes he got that erased his original channel to Chris Hansen, and this is what they said: "If you're addressing Chris, he's very busy right now. I think you should take up knitting." Clearly, they don't give a shit about anybody but themselves.
So what I'd like to do, we've not done this yet, but I want to show some footage of one of your recent subjects. So my team here is going to play it, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about what you're doing today. Okay, so let's roll
on top of being lied to already many times, I was cheated on, and now I have to be funny. I'm a really funny guy, and I can suck it all up in front of the camera and act completely okay. And you get hurt. Do you think it would be fair to say you were asking for it? What about women and men who decided to go home to abusive relationships? Do you think they're asking for it? Because otherwise, this abuse that's going to keep on occurring. Don't say you didn't get what you asked for, not when you have a choice.
Yes, but I'm ONISION and I don't care about the law or basic morals.
I got on Skype chat with Kai, and Kai did not have a top on.
She was nude from the waist up.
Yes.
Now, look, obviously we have established that Vincent's a piece of shit, clearly, right? Let's move on to the next person. I want to show the next person that really matters in this situation, and it's just very interesting that Chris Hansen is willing to be around such people.
Okay, so Chris, I want to talk about what you're working on these days. I've been following you. I'm seeing some crazy videos of this ONISION character and his wife Kai. I think his real name is Gregory Jackson, but I've never seen a character like this. People are telling me that he's been on YouTube for a long time now. Tell me what's going on.
This got on our radar several weeks ago, and mostly through social media. People were reaching out and saying, you need to investigate this ONISION, this Gregory Jackson. So we started taking a look.
I'll put the full interview in the description, but it's basically Chris Hansen just sitting there with his longtime friend on the left here, and then to the right is Mike Morse. All right, now Mike Morse, bad guy. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on here with Mike Morse. Like, I'm going to put the interview in the description if you guys want to watch it, but clearly they all know each other very well. You know what I mean? My point is, why the hell is Chris Hansen doing an interview with this guy? Look, let's show a little investigative journalist piece. So, Mike Morse is a high-profile lawyer from Detroit, all right? And here's a little excerpt from a piece about him. This high-profile lawyer, Mike Morse, received a duffel bag full of cash in January from his former brother-in-law, who is expected to be indicted alongside others next month in connection with a bribery conspiracy that benefited Morse, according to federal court records. So there's ongoing investigations right now against Morse, and it's really interesting that Chris Hansen is okay with doing an interview with him. Alright, it says businessman linked to attorney Mike Morse pleads guilty to tax crime. So, yeah, there's a lot of grimy people involved with Mike Morse, alright? Now, this is another thing that I want to show that has to do with Mike Morse. Grand jury subpoenas and emails from Justice Department chronicle an ongoing criminal investigation into various wrongdoings, including police officers who allegedly received bribes to tip off lawyers and others about accident victims before crash reports were publicly available. Sounds a little bit like maybe if, and I'm gonna say if, Chris Hansen has any knowledge about anything to do with ONISION, this would be the way he got it. Illegally. As you can see, why Mike Morse is being investigated. The reports were a key part of a conspiracy designed to help attorneys. So, Supreme Court did your case involving lawyer Mike Morse. Now this it gets even worse. The Michigan Supreme Court is stepping into a legal dispute involving popular personal injury lawyer who is accused of sexually assaulting 2 women. Mike Morse is accused of inappropriately grabbing a paralegal and a receptionist and making sexual comments. Oof, big deal here. So not only is he doing an interview with him, clearly he knows about this, you know, because Chris Hansen knows everything, right guys? Chris Hansen's doing all the research. If he knew about this, which clearly he does, obviously they're all friends sitting there doing an interview on Mike's podcast, you know what I mean? It's just insane that he would even be willing to do this, knowing the whole Hansen versus, you know, brand. Which is crazy. It's crazy. So, the lawyer who's against Mike Morse, there was a recording that came out about him. I'm going to play that. Check this out.
Fieger firing back at Mike Morse. Just moments ago, Fieger released a new audio recording that he claims is his rival attorney confessing to groping a woman.
Ms. Simon Chickett is standing by live outside Fieger's law office in Southfield with what it revealed and how Morse is responding to these allegations today. Simon?
Yes, but first I have to tell you what an unusual press conference this was. It started with attorney Jeff Fieger kicking out another television reporter just over there. Why? Because she would not share a statement like others from Morse's defense counsel with Fieger prior to the press conference. So this all happened here. From there, Jeffrey Fieger playing an audio tape of a woman allegedly getting Michael Morse to talk to her about allegations that he somehow made unwanted physical advances. The incident at Stephen Lely's on the Green restaurant months ago has gained public attention, and Fieger maintains this is one of several instances involving women and Morse. Take a listen to the audio tape where Morse is discussing what he feels bad about and what had happened. However, he does not admit to breaking the law.
How do I know that she's not setting me up? Like that she's not going to set me up, you know, if I apologize.
I'm not setting him up. I just want him to know that, like, I have all the evidence I need.
Why am I bringing this up? My point is that, you know, Chris Hansen is involved with some very sleazy people. You know, he's involved with this other person, Vincent, that's willing to dox people and release personal information. He's also willing to say that I'm involved with something, that I have open cases, and then weeks later he admits that no, there aren't any open cases about me, but he caused like a whole firestorm. Literally, my DMs would not stop for like a week because of his stupid actions and the things that he said, which is very messed up. He shouldn't be saying, oh, I think there's an investigation when there is none and he has no evidence of it at all. So my point is, these people are irresponsible. And I also want to say that if there's any way that Chris Hansen has any prior knowledge of what's going on with ONISION, it's from an illegal route, and it's probably from this guy Mike Morse, because he's actually being charged with bribing police officers to get reports before it's available to the public. Why? So he can exploit it, obviously. But anyways, like I said, like police officers and everything like that, they do not release information. You can go and ask Corey as well. Like, this is from Corey here. Do investigators confirm or deny that a citizen is under investigation when asked by a reporter? They say, in all my years, I've never heard of the FBI confirming anything that they haven't put out in a press release or in court records. If you look at it even further, we simply do not talk to reporters except to say that there is an ongoing investigation and we are following up all possible leads, and if anyone has any information, please come forward, and we're here, and here is the phone number. That's all they say. And even when I called and I asked the FBI what was going on, this is what they said. Department of Justice policy prohibits me from either confirming or denying the existence of an investigation. So like I'm saying, if Chris Hansen does know about any investigation, it would be through illegal means. Do you guys understand what that means? Illegal means, which he should not have. So if he does have evidence, he shouldn't have it. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Okay. He hasn't confirmed anything. And by the way, he hasn't confirmed how he's gotten it. He doesn't say how he knows or anything like that. And dropping off evidence to them or saying, oh, you should investigate ONISION, that doesn't mean there's an investigation. That just means Chris Hansen called the FBI and said, hey, you should look into that maybe. As far as I know, I think I'm the only one looking into this on a real level. Anyways, fucking Chris Hansen, dude. I wanted to trust him. I really did. But it just screams grimy on all levels. Like, really. All this shit is wild. Like, he is willing to do some weird ass shit and say some weird shit to try to gain money, support, and views. Clearly, I just don't understand how anybody can be like, oh yeah, Chris Hansen, he's credible, bro. Definitely. Anyways, make your own opinion, guys. Look, do your own research, guys. If you don't believe any of the stuff that I'm saying here, call the FBI yourself. Call these people yourself. Do your own research. Don't just say, oh, well, Chris Hansen is more credible than you, so of course they would release information to him. That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard. He's literally an F-list celebrity on YouTube. He got $90,000 from his Kickstarter, screwed over all those people. Chris Hansen then wrote a check for $13 grand to try to, you know, get as much merch as he could to appease his Kickstarter people, and he screwed over those people that he got the merch from, okay? There's a lot here that you're missing. If you aren't paying attention to this, or you're literally just ignoring it just so you can watch Chris and be like, yeah, he's going to take down ONISION, you're wrong. He's not. Nothing's going to happen here. It's going to be the same thing that happened with Only Use Me Blade. Nothing. It's going to be the same thing that happened when he looked into Ice Poseidon. Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. He's going to look into him, and that's it. If you're down to watch a video about ONISION, go watch Chris Hansen's stream. But don't expect actually anything to happen. Do not get your hopes up. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Do you guys agree with what I'm saying here? Do you think Chris Hansen's a reputable guy? Do you think Vincent's a reputable guy? Do you think Mike Morse is a reputable guy? Let me know down in the comments. I want to see what you guys think. Don't forget to buy that merch. Peace, 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 peace. Thank you guys.